Hey guys, here's something you probably never thought you'd see on TFL. It's the brand new 2020 TFL exclusive. Well, maybe not so exclusive, Tommy Outback. And this car has a name.
This car is named Dolores. We rented it from a nice lady named Claire on Turo.
Yeah, in Denver. Full disclosure, Subaru does not work with us, so, well, we figured you guys are interested in the new Outback, so we own the last one, so let's compare it to the new one, Tommy. Let's start with styling.
Now, styling-wise, this is almost identical, in my opinion, than the 2018 that we owned. They were both premium specs, and it's hard to tell them apart, huh, Dad?
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at this thing, and it does look very similar to the outgoing model. In fact, so similar that unless you maybe looked at the, what would you say, the little square fog lamps?
Yeah, that's pretty much the biggest difference between the two, at least in the front. I mean, the overall headlight design is pretty similar. The overall grille design is pretty similar. The cladding is pretty similar. This one is red, so that's a big difference. Ours was silver, but other than that, a very kind of evolutionary design versus revolutionary over the old one.
Yeah, Subaru has done something very clever, Tommy, and they've managed to convince people that this is not a crossover, but a wagon. But with 8.7 inches of ground clearance, this is a crossover.
Sorry about the dogs barking, it's a Subaru thing.
Of course.
I do love these wheels. Now, this is a premium trim, which is one above the base. And that means that you get these nice 17-inch wheels. And I say they're nice because look at the sidewall. That gives this car a super soft ride. Some of the other more expensive models will have like an 18 or 19. Not the premium, it's got 17s. Awesome. It also starts at about $29,000 in the premium spec before options. What do you think of the value, Dad?
You know, I think it's good. Why don't you open the hood and we'll show them what's under there. I'm sure you can guess because it's a Subaru. But in this review, we're doing mainly a walk around showing you the new features. We actually took this car, believe it or not, off-road and compared it to our classic 78 Subaru DL. And that video is over at TFL Off-Road. So if you want to find out how it does off-road, check out that video. So, yep, it's a 4-cylinder boxer. There is, of course, a new turbo boxer, right? The XT. We don't get that in this model because, well, this is the premium.
Yeah, 2.5 liter 4-cylinder, 182 horsepower, 176 pound-feet of torque. If you do opt for the 2.4 liter turbo, you get something like 260 horsepower. Now, one thing that's nice on this 2.5 is, of course, the engine oil filter is right on top of the engine. A really thoughtful touch for when you're changing oil. Subaru has done that for a while. I love that they keep serviceability in mind. Not a hugely powerful engine. It's of course made it to standard all-wheel drive, but a standard continuously variable transmission as well.
Yeah, it sits low in the engine bay and the cylinders go like that. Which is pretty darn cool. This and a Porsche are the two most popular cars that feature boxer engines.
In our generation, you could get it in the 2018. You could get it with a flat 6. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember. The 3.6.
Yeah, the flat 6 is no more. They've gone to the 2.4 turbo now. But I think that's a cool upgrade. However, I think you're going to find most of the Outbacks you see on the road are the standard 2.5. It's the value engine. It's the one this one has.
All right, well, let's close it up and let's see how much room there is in the back seat. Now, you are sitting here behind yourself, Tommy, when you actually sit down. Look, Claire has thoughtfully put in a cat blanket, right? Or maybe a dog blanket. I don't think cats need blankets. It
could be a cat blanket, I guess. Yeah, Colorado, a lot of dogs primarily, Dad. But yeah, huge amounts of room back here, just like the 5th generation Outback. It's just a great back seat. A lot of headroom as well. A lot of usable headroom. 2 power outlets back here. 2 USBs, even in the premium. So if you've got a phone or a tablet in the back, you can charge those up. And then, of course, the trunk is big. It's
also, this is always pretty cool. Subaru's done this a long time. Integrated roof rails that fold so that you can either use them or you can hide them, which is really a clever trick.
This one does not have the power lift gate.
Get out.
No, so you still have to lift it up, which I prefer in some ways. It's quick. I like the full weather mats, and look how easy it is to fold the seats. 2 handles. Are you ready?
Yep. Kabam! Look at that.
Pop those down. And when the seats are folded, it's like It's like a camper. It's an RV back here.
Dude, you could fit you and our new dog Blaze in here, and that's saying a lot because Blaze is a Bernese mountain dog that's going to be huge.
Massive.
Yeah, that's a lot of room. 60/40 folding seat. Hey, where's the shade?
Yeah, there's that little like
the cover.
view blocker.
Yeah.
It actually lives. It's got its own little home.
Oh, that's nice.
Here underneath the rear floor. A little bit of additional storage as well, but yeah, that's a really thoughtful touch. So towing capacity wise, I think the Outback in this trim, correct me if I'm wrong, can tow 2,700 pounds.
I think you're right. I think that's right, which is actually quite a bit. Once again, more crossover than wagon.
This is kind of the biggest difference between the 2018 we had and this new 2020. The tail lights are updated. This is kind of more of like the Crosstrek design, but yeah, I mean, other than that, it's a very similar looking car to the old one.
Yeah, but there is a big difference on the inside. So let's park it in the shade and show you guys because look at that. That is a massive screen. You know, that feels very Tesla-like. Oh, he still has a key.
Yeah, even at $37,000.
It's the same key we had.
Yeah, same key. You know, lock, unlock, panic.
You know, your grandma would like that.
She would love that. And look, even traditional shifter.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Oh, geez.
Oh my, we're gonna get a lot of wind noise there.
There we go.
There you go. Now look at the screen. I mean, this is, and we'll put it into the shade so you can see it better, but this is a massive screen. It fakes you out a little bit, right? Because the screen is this part, and then the extra buttons around it are this part, but it's, you know, very similar to what a Tesla would have.
11.6 inch screen in here.
Yeah.
And like you said, that every part of the connectivity is found within the screen, almost Android-like or Apple-like, in that you've got these icons, which allow you to cycle through various different pages. So for example, radio, there's a radio button. I can play XM radio. It's all displayed here on the screen. It does have a tune knob and a volume knob. Nice. Yeah, exactly.
But does it have an off-road mode?
It does have an off-road mode.
What happened to X mode? It used to be right there. And now there's a cup holder there. Where's X mode?
Yeah, they make you go into the screen now. Car info.
Yeah.
Oh man, if I mess this up, I'm gonna feel stupid. I messed it up, Dad. Shoot. You push the little car button.
Okay.
And then X mode is right there.
Oh, I see. Okay. And then does it show you kind of what it's doing, like a lot of the vehicles do nowadays?
Yeah. So if I go now into car info,
right,
you can see here. I'll scoot it forward a little bit. You can see where the power is going.
Yep.
You can see where the steering wheels are pointed. It even has an inclinometer. And then the other cool thing in the car info screen is it shows you, for example, maintenance schedules, detailed lights on all the different fluids, as well as what's going on throughout the vehicle. But the screen, I think, it's a nice touch, huh?
Yeah, and then let's see in here. That looks more analog, right?
Yeah, you still have a traditional tachometer there on the left.
Yep.
And then you have a speedometer on the right.
What can that middle screen display?
Small screen in the middle. I can cycle up and down using these buttons here.
Yep.
Let's see what kind of fuel economy this car's been averaging. 22.9. 23.
That's not bad.
It's been a lot of mountain driving though.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. Well, let's pull it back into our space and then let's close it up and let people know whether they should buy it, lease it, rent it, or forget it. Oh, look at that, eyesight. 2 cameras that let you do all the safety stuff. There's one, and when they call it eyesight, it basically is stereoscopic. Is that the right word? Stereo sight?
Ooh, I don't
know. Maybe I'm making that up. But anyway, it uses 2 cameras to be able to do things like lane departure warning,
adaptive cruise control. It has an auto steer function. Andre on the highway said that the auto steer function will only allow you to go hands-free for about 10 seconds.
Okay.
Before you put your hands back on.
Well, I gotta say, the interior, you know, is not something that's going to win any prizes in modern car interiors.
It's the same as the old, other than the screen.
It's very utilitarian.
If you take this away, steering wheel is pretty much the same,
Yeah.
gauges are pretty much the same. Everything is almost identical to ours.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, it's like black on gray on black, right? With a little bit of color in the stitching, but it's a good place to have a dog. Let's leave it at that, wouldn't you say?
Yes, it's very dog friendly.
All right, now one of the things we have to talk about as we wrap this quick walk around up is competition. So once upon a time, Subaru, Tommy, had this space all to itself for the most part, right? This kind of active lifestyle, gonna go camping on the weekend, gonna bring my dog, gonna bring my canoe, and now there's a lot of competition. I'm thinking Toyota RAV4 Adventure, right? I mean, the rest of the manufacturers have figured out that basically there's money to be had by selling people active lifestyles. And so, you know, it's up against some stiff headwinds in the marketplace, but pricing is good and function is good.
The thing is if you look at, wagons, there's not a whole lot of traditional wagons. But the thing is I think a lot of people, like you said, are going to be cross-shopping crossover SUVs, CR-V, RAV4, Jeep Compass Cherokee with the new Outback, because the fact of the matter, like you said, Dad, is this is basically another SUV now, just with kind of a more squared off rear end.
Yeah, and size-wise, I'm not sure it competes with the new Bronco Sport, but certainly attitude-wise it will. So Tommy, on the TFL scale of buy it, lease it, rent it, or forget it. Yep, we're filming, an airplane flies over. What do you give it?
Well, we had to rent this one.
Yeah, we did.
But I'm going to give it a lease it. A lot of value, a lot of kind of functionality. Not a whole lot of interior quality, like you said, but overall a solid option.
Yeah, I was really close to a buy it, Tommy, but I'm gonna have to go with a lease it. I think Subaru probably did just enough to keep their current customers happy, but I'm not sure they did enough to win over somebody who's looking at a RAV4 Adventure, for instance, because the RAV4 not only comes in the Adventure model now, it also comes in
The
a hybrid. It
yeah.
also comes in the Prime, right?
Right.
Where is the electrification? Where is the stuff that I think is coming to many of its competitors, or is already here?
Yeah, they didn't really push the ball. Push the ball, is that a phrase?
Sure.
Advance the tech with the new Outback, but it still is a solid choice.
Yep. As always, this is Roman, and
Tommy, check out tflcar.com for the latest and greatest in new car reviews.
And then don't forget to head over to TFL Off-Road if you want to see how this thing does off-road and get a better driving impression, because we did compare it to a 1978 version of this. And I'll let you guess in the comments below which one did better off-road. The new car with its X mode, or the old car with traditional four-wheel drive. See you guys next time. Ciao.